Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. We are live and welcome back to the 5-day Grace Challenge. And today is day 5. Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a great Friday so far. Welcome back, Dr. Lan. How are you?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Good morning, Mai. And today is Friday and happy Friday. I hope that you had a wonderful Canada Day yesterday. And in United States, we are expecting a weekend we call July 4th weekend, which is an awesome time for us to gather as families and have all kinds of recreational activities to prepare for the summer.
Yes, I know. It is an exciting time. Usually our July 1st and your July 4th. So hopefully everyone already had a kickstart to their wonderful weekend. And today is basically our last day of the 5-day Grace Challenge. So for those that are tuning in live with us, hello, thank you for tuning in live. If you can perhaps recap the last 4 days, especially for anyone who might be tuning in for the very first time, and then we'll get into the topic for today.
Yes, so basically this 5-day challenge is just to introduce to you some concepts about what living in grace looks like. And as you know, our Lyceum team is launching the class Living in Grace to Live Your Best Life Now, starting July 12th. So doing this 5-day challenge is to give you a taste of what living in grace looks like. And grace is the mindset of 5 values: gratitude, respect, accountability, courage, and engagement. So on the first day, we started with gratitude, and we experienced what we call grace breathing technique. It's a very simple and yet powerful technique that connects you to the heart and connect you to the heart through the practice of gratitude, and it brings a lot of energy back to you. Now, one of the premises that living in grace model embraces is that our whole body, mind, and spirit is all interconnected, and one of the most significant and important organ in our body is the heart. So basically, the heart has a lot of power rather than just a pumping machine that pumping blood, throughout the day. The heart actually has a lot of functionality to keep you stay healthy, energized, happy, loving. And the loving energy that exuded from the heart is incredible. And so that premise also say that we have the love inside of us, inside our heart, the day we were born, actually even before we were born. So love is our birthright. Everybody has the capacity to love themselves, love others, and love the environment, the planet, the earth that we are living in. But throughout the life, sometimes we forgot or we become disconnected. And living in grace model helping you to reconnect with your heart. So the first day we go through connecting with your heart through breathing, because breathing is one of the foundational action to stay alive, right? When you live, you have to you breathe. And when you stop breathing, you die. So it is one of the key function of our body. So breathing with gratitude, with grace, that is the first day when we talk about grace breathing. Second day, we connect the heart with self-respect, the self-love, through the art of affirmation. So we use words, we use sound, which is like something that you utter throughout the words, and you telling yourself how wonderful you are, what a miracle are you in this world. And that is some of the strategy for really helping you to believe in yourself, to improve your self-respect, self-confidence. And that is part of the respect, which is second day, right? And then the third day, we talk about accountability. Then we talking about take ownership of our own emotions. And emotions is coming from thoughts, feelings, emotions, and lead to actions. So we did some exercise about, what kind of positive emotion, negative emotion. I call it empowering emotion and disempowering emotions throughout the day, so that you can see what kind of programming that we are having, right? Because like until the age of 35, actually after the age of 35, the way you act, the way you live is actually a set of subconscious behaviors, beliefs, lenses that we use to process things. And until we are aware of what kind of lens we use to look at things, then we will not be able to change. So starting, in order to change, you've got to understand and be aware. So that is the art of self-awareness. That is the third day. Now, in order for you to take ownership of your life, namely taking ownership of your emotions and feelings, it takes courage. So that is the fourth value, because even you have that kind of disempowering emotions, you tend to have that kind of negative thoughts. But if you don't have the muscle of courage to act differently from how you feel, then you won't be able to create the change you want to really living the best life you are meant to live. So courage is the value we discussed yesterday. And we ask people to identify the fear, some fear that they are coping with, and then seeing how those fears are affecting you and preventing you to become a much better version of yourself in the future. So that's basically the four values we already talked about. And when you practice gratitude, respect, self-accountability to take ownership of your life, and practice courage to create action, then it leads to engagement. So today we will talk about engagement.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful recap. And of course, for anyone joining in, we still have all the videos from the last 4 days in the group that you can definitely watch just to see and understand a little bit more in depth of each of those four values. So for today, for engagement, I feel that's kind of like tying all the other values all together. So please share with us some concepts about engagement, as well as the action or the challenge that you asked everyone to do today.
Right. So engagement is the ability to wholeheartedly contributing to the world, like contributing your own gifts and talents to serve yourself. First, to serve yourself because you really elevate yourself, to serve others, and to make the community that you live in become a better place. Now, yesterday, I talked about the uniqueness for each of us, right? When we are born, each of us is different. Everyone has your own talent, your own gift, which is sitting right here in your heart. So each of us have a song to sing. And engagement is that you bring out that song, you bring out that gift. And first of all, you use that gift so that your life would be much, much more fulfilled, much happier, much healthier. Because when you actually connect to your heart, and when the work that you do are aligned with what your heart is telling you, that is when you can fly, you can soar. So you become a person in the flow, in the zone. Normally, if you go through the day and you don't have that feeling, you might want to check in to see the work that you're doing, is that there are some satisfaction coming out of it, or it's just a job. If it's just a job, then you probably would need to explore further to see what are some of the good things from the job that you really like, so that you really can connect that job with what your heart is telling you. Now, there are some cases you already do the work you love, which is perfect, right? That is the best scenario where you actually find a job that truly aligns with what you are born for. And that is when you live the best life right now. You don't need to wait until you achieve the success you want in the future to feel happy, because you are doing the things that you are meant to do. Now, if the job does not feel that fulfilling, there might be some potential areas in that job that you have not seen. So my challenge to you would be look deep into that job and see what is the meaning of the work that you're doing, and anchor on those positive meaning, on the impact you have to create to others, and how you can learn and how you can grow within that job. So basically, talking about engagement is wholeheartedly contributing to the world, right? Engagement, because actually that is when you actually taking actions and create things, create the products to the world. Another engagement that is so important as well is that connectedness with the nature. So when we talk about engagement, it's all about connection, right? First is connecting with yourself. And we talk a lot about connecting with ourselves in the previous 4 days. Like the grace breathing is connect to your breathing. The second, self-respect, connect to your word, right? The third day is connect to your emotions. And courage is connecting to your fear. So it's all about you. So this time, like this day, I would like to explore a little bit different, which is connect to the environment. Now, all of us, regardless like skin color, countries, ethnicity, we are all living on this planet, right? So we are all interconnected, regardless of how different we are. If something happened in the Amazon jungle, right? You here in Canada or US, we still can feel that, because they're always interconnectedness for all the part in the earth. And look at all the climate change happen right now. That is the result of the disconnection between living from corporate world with the planet. So we dump all the waste, lots of things that would damage the earth. And in return, this is the result that we get. So the sense of appreciation and connectedness with the nature would help you to truly appreciate the fact that you are a human being. And look around, and when you go out, let's say go out for a walk or something, you look up and you see the sun. The sun is a beautiful gift. It goes up every day. It does not need to charge you any money, but it gives you all the light that you need. And without the sun, there will be no lives on this earth. So the sun is a beautiful gift. Every day it gives you the energy to go through the day. But have we ever take notice and see the connectedness between us as a human being and the sun? Mostly not, right? Or you see the trees. Trees are another beautiful things that happen in our life, because they actually took in the carbon dioxide that we release, and then they turn around and they receive the oxygen, which is what we need for the air. And so have you ever, taken a walk through the forest and truly appreciate the breezes through the trees, and notice that all the trees so beautiful, and they have all kinds of, like in Canada it's even more beautiful with all the leaves color in the autumn, which is coming after the summer, right? And have you ever noticed the magnificent beautiful life energy that going through all of that trees? When you realize that, right, it brings you such an awe, such a sensational feeling that we part of something much bigger than us, which is the nature, which is the trees, which is the birds singing, the sun, the moon, and all the little bitty things like the bees, all the little animals that currently, all the living forces around us. So when we open our heart and truly pay attention to all the magnificent life force around us, and we feel that our human heart somehow synchronized with all of these living energy that give us what we call life. And with that awareness, I think it would bring you so much joy from within, because you have the sense of connectedness between you and the environment. And I always say in my book, I said something that some of my students really like, is that without you, there is no humanity. But without humanity, without the nearly 8 billion people around the world, then you are nothing. There is no you. So that is the interconnectedness between everybody as a human being, and between human being and the natural environment. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. We are all connected in so many different ways, right? And I think as we age, personally for me, I feel it more and more as well. And as we spend more time to ourselves, to reflect and to spend time in nature. So thank you so much for providing a clearer understanding of the practice of engagement. And now for the actual activity or the challenge for the day, what would you be asking all of us to do?
There are several activities, right? Because we can talk about engagement with the community, engagement with yourself. But in this particular day, I just want to focus, because we have not talked a lot about ourselves. I just would like to ask to look at a different angle, which is the connection between ourselves and our environment, which is the nature, and see how nature can heal you. Actually, there are a lot of studies around how the nature can help to heal the wellness in a human body. There's a lot of researches that show that if you spend time, and you can experience this, right, especially during the lockdown period, and then if you plan some trip, to go to some park and just spend a day outside under the sun, surrounded by the trees, and just like really sensing all the beautiful things around you, you feel much better. I mean, the whole, at the cellular level, like the whole body just react so positively with the natural environment, and you feel much better, much more energized, even you don't do anything other than just spend time in the nature. Don't you agree? Yeah. So the activity I would like to ask each of us to do as the last challenge in this day is just take what we call a savoring walk, which means you do a walking, but a walking with mindfulness. So you walk, you can pick a route around your house, like around your neighborhood, or you can go to a park, your favorite park where there's a lot of trees, lots of flowers, or even within your garden. If you have a beautiful garden, you can spend time there and you just walk slowly. And when we walk, we do not just walk, but we basically, every walk, you realize your body, each cell in the body is working together to enable you to walk. So the act of walking itself is a blessing with you, right? So that's the first step. When you walk, you also breathe, and be aware of the air that you breathe in. It's just like the breath breathing, but you don't need to put your hand on the heart. You just, be at the flow, how your body feel good. You just do that, but you walk slowly. And if you can even walk with the barefoot to feel the ground if it's safe. Otherwise, you can wear the shoes, but feel the earth behind your shoes, or under your shoe, the earth that truly meaning something profound, because without the earth, we do not exist, right? but we'll never pay attention to the other. You just walk, right? So this is a mindfulness walk because you actually experience your breathing, experience your walking, and then you're hearing the sound. Listen to the breeze, listen to the wind, listen to the birds singing. Pay attention, you will hear a lot of different sound, or even sound of children laughing if you are in a street that has a lot of children playing. Let any kind of sound, just really be aware of the sound. So that would be your hearing. And then seeing, you enjoy the sunshine and look at the sun and say, thank you, sun. Thank you, the sun. Thank you for bringing beautiful energy. So you send out the gratitude toward the sun because you saw the sunshine. And also look at the trees, all the green trees, and say, thank you, trees, because you bring out oxygen for me to breathe. And look at the flowers. If along the way you see flowers or anything that's beautiful, just appreciate it. So basically, you by doing that savoring walk, you actually activate all of the senses in your body with your awareness of gratitude, of being alive, of the life force that's going through you, through the air, going inside, and the whole body supporting you, the two legs so that you can walk. And then you appreciate the sunshine through the eyes. And if you can smell something like the roses or the flowers, even better. But all the senses, you practice all the senses with appreciation. And with that, if you do that within, I think, about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, you will feel so much alive. You will feel so much energy of the life force, and you feel the connectedness between your human heart and the environment around you. And I had that walk, and once I did that for a couple of times, I got addicted to it because after that walk, I felt so much energized. So that is the activity. Does it sound doable?
Yes, for sure. It's
Mhm.
great that you share that. I was actually doing that the other day, but
Mm,
interesting enough, for those that live in the city, I decide to do it in the city. And I find with that experience is that sometimes there's different noise in the city versus if you can have a serene place by the park or like it's beautiful, but it shouldn't stop you no matter where you are. All you have to do is you can start observing, listen to the
yes,
sound, appreciate
yes.
it. I've found I noticed my mind were wandering off or judging about, oh, why is this thing so loud and this and it's great to get yourself to do the grace breathing and come back. So you can
Beautiful,
definitely do
beautiful.
your mindful walk anywhere. It's just definitely where there's a little bit of a more noise. It takes more practice, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
it really does. I love the mindful walk where you really slow down.
Mhm.
At first, I was like, I wonder if everyone think something's wrong with me. Why I'm walking so slowly.
Uh-huh.
It causes me to want to even do it more because that's part of my mind feeling judgment and things like that. But now I'm
Right,
like, hey, I'm practicing this for me. So it was a
exactly.
wonderful experience. I look forward to actually, I'm in the city, I'm in the countryside today. So I'll be doing a mindful walk later as well too. So thank you for sharing that. And
Mhm.
for everybody, that's your challenge today. And if you get some time, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, try it out. And remember, if you can, take a selfie, take a photo of you on your walk and share
Yeah.
with us in the
Yes.
community. Do that actually, so
That
that
would
we
be
can all.
awesome, right? Because like everybody can have different environment, right? You can do the walk just like my set. Even there's no trees, that's okay. Then we find something else to appreciate, right? There should
Yeah.
be something around you that you can appreciate. Now, first, if you cannot find anything you can appreciate, you appreciate yourself. You appreciate your own body because without your body, you cannot walk. So you start with yourself, but I'm sure if you keep looking, you will find something that you appreciate around you. And because when you walk with that kind of awareness, it really slow you down, and it really bring up the connectedness between you and with the environment. Now, if you go to the nature, it's always good, because it's just like the medicine for your soul, because your soul is always love this expansion, love this, vastness of the nature. So if you can go to the nature, it's always good. But if you cannot, for today, like today is Friday, I know that some of you already spend the holiday, like Canada Day was yesterday, so I guess it's a long weekend. And for United States, July 4th is on Sunday, so I guess today is just a holiday for us too. So wherever you are, if you can be connected with the nature, is the best. But if it's not, just do that walk with mindfulness and take a selfie like the mindset and share with us, your feeling. Notice the difference when you shift your awareness, into inside, like your body, appreciate the heart, and then outside to everything that's supporting your living energy within your heart, like breathing, seeing the sunlight, or something that really, hearing some sound that really soothing. Or in my case, if you hear some sound that very noisy, then how can you appreciate that? That's going to be a good question too. but as soon as you try to find, you will find it. You will find the blessing in everything you see.
For sure. And at this time, I also want to acknowledge all the guests that are watching, all our friends in the community that are watching live with us. And I also wanted to share with you, because you don't see the comments, but I get to see the comments, that they, most importantly, Kaki mentioned that today was a very difficult day for her because she had to say goodbye to some legend couple online, through an online funeral, yet she still is here, and the grace breathing has really helped her. So that is so wonderful. Thank you for sharing. And I know it's always difficult to say goodbyes, right? But I'm so glad that you're able to apply the grace mindset.
Can I share something with Kaki right now? So Kaki, my condolence to you for the loss of your friends, but please think about this way. That couple actually do not leave you, because all the wonderful memories you have with them, they are in your heart, right? They are only transitioning to a different form that we no longer can see them physically, but the spirit is here within our heart. And within our heart, they still alive. And you can celebrate them. You can do something to honor them, and they will be living with you forever until the day that we all reunited, on the other side. So to me, there is a poem that say that I was never born, I will never die. I just, my soul is here on this earth for a short period of time, and then I'm gone, but the spirit is still there. So, but of course, our physical body and our physical earthly thinking, saying, being sad, right? Because we cannot see those people in physical body, but just imagine that their spirit is still with you. So just think about that, and it will be a new lens. You look at things, and I use that lens all the time when I remember my parents when they passed away. I cannot see them physically. I miss them dearly, but I just know that in my heart they are here, and they are with me all the time. So same thing would probably can be said about your friends. So I just want to send you my condolences, and just just suggest some other thoughts so that we can feel close to your friends. Thank you, Mai, for sharing.
No problem. Okay, so once again, everyone, have a great Friday. We'd love to see a photo of yourself doing your mindful walk and share it in the group. And with that, I just want to say thank you that for coming and joining us throughout this whole entire 5 days. But hang on there, don't leave yet. Just a couple more minutes. We have a few more things we want to share with you. And that is, you might ask, so what's now? What happens now? Now, this is the end of the 5 day. So I want to ask that to Dr. Lan. So Dr. Lan, now that we finished our 5 day challenge, what do we do next to continue the practice?
Okay, so in the last 5 days, if you have been following with from day 1 to day 5, we gave you some simple strategy, right? Each day there's some simple strategy, simple way to really live your life in a better way. Just like the rest breathing calm you down, right? The affirmation really bring you more energy. The paying attention to your emotions help you to manage your emotion better. And all of this, awareness, that is just giving you a taste of what living in grace looks like. I and the whole Lyceum team, we strongly believe that we have the right to live to the best life now, which means that you can, every moment of your life, you have the power to make the choices so that you can be the best you can be right here and right now. By practicing mindfulness, by practicing what we going to cover in the upcoming class, we call Grace Foundational Class. And it's going to start on July 12th. And you going to spend 7 weeks with me and my team, going through each value, deep diving, just the way we did it at the challenge is only a little bit of a flavor of what it looks like. It's much more than that. You will receive 7 workbooks for 7 days and activity you practice. And above all, we will have a group coaching call every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time, so that you really be connected with the coaches, and then exploring how you can apply these techniques and really helping so that you can elevate the experience in your life. And the result, we finished the first cohort back in end of May, right, Mike? Yeah, end of May. And we have received tremendous feedback from the learners. So we know that this going to bless you if you decide to take. So if you decide to take, please just hop in our website, like Living Your Best Life with Grace. It is posted on the live video now. And you can go there, check it out, and sign up. I would be so happy to welcome you and your friends to be on board and experiencing living in grace with me in the next 7 weeks.
Yes. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Yes, I was attending as well as supporting the foundation, a Grace Foundational class when it first launched in April. And I have to say, as I go through the class at first, the information is going to be great, but really what was a huge surprise for me is that during the coaching con, the group sharing, there were so many amazing, like people sharing that has taught me personally as I listen, whether I'm sharing or not. And I think there's just so much power as you hear other people in the community that are going through the practice, and everyone have different unique challenges, different things that they're working on in their life. And it helps me put in perspective of the fact that, I sometimes we think our problems might be so great until we hear about someone else. I think there's a saying.
You are not alone, right?
someone wishes they have our problems, right? And then it gives you that perspective, and then it also helps you with your empathy. It just helps you broaden your horizon instead of just taking a course where it's just learning alone, right? One-on-one. But I definitely feel that community, and that's something that you can't not get when you're just practicing by yourself, which is what I feel the course is so wonderful. It's just bringing a lot of people from different backgrounds, different so many different personalities that come together that share and how the grace has helped them. The grace framework has helped them in their own unique ways. Yeah.
Mhm. And that's the reason why it keep me going. Like this is the first time I launched a class in English, but I actually delivered the class in Vietnamese for the last 3 years. And I saw transformation happen left and right. I know that the content is very simple. Like everybody knows about these values, right? But the key thing is on the practicing and on the
Mhm.
connection with the other members in the community, learning from each other and sharing with each other. It's just tremendous power of engagement. That's what the values of engagement is about, right? It's all about connecting, relating, and seeing that you are not alone. And a lot of people with a lot of caring, with grace in their heart, they always become so much compassionate, and that creates such a wonderful environment where you feel safe. It's a safe space for you to explore different options and bounce back ideas on how to elevate your life to the next level. So I can't wait to see you and serve you in the next coming cohort. And again, you can go to our website, livingyourbestlife.grace.com, to find more information about it. And I look forward to hearing from you.
I've said this before, but my biggest aha moment came at the beginning with talking about gratitude and the realization that just by being grateful can lift my mood and help me feel joyful and experience life in a much better way. And in doing so, I'm able to be more present, be more mindful of how I am around people, and kind of work with the other values in the GRACE program. It's been an amazing journey these last 8 weeks. Thank you, everyone, for giving me this extra aha moment that I needed. Thank you.
I hope to share it with like other people in my life, because one thing I've been implementing compassion and understanding. Like, are these people using grace? Are they even aware of grace? And I appreciate everyone here for sharing your story, and I don't know, I just connect with everything you guys say, and it makes me grow, you know? So thank you.
I'm so grateful, first of all, for everyone, and I've learned so much through this couple of weeks that we have been together, all of us, and sharing. And I'm going to continue. I'm not going to stop here. And I encourage everyone to continue doing what they are doing. And I hear so many great things for everyone. And I'm so grateful to be in this program. I really enjoy every bit of it, and I love you all, appreciate everything that was done. Thank you.